Hey guys, it's Sasha and today I'm bringing you Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesday is run by Sam and I'll leave her link in the Goodreads group down below. Now this month, Sam has given us free reign basically of what we can talk about. And this week's topic, I will be choosing top 5 books that I've read because of the Booktonet. So I saw on BookTube or Twitter or Bookstagram and I thought, hey, I want to read that. The first book is The Foxhole Court by Nora Sakavic, whatever. Now, I picked that up because Fairy Drugs on Twitter was raving about it, and I watched her videos on YouTube, and I'm like, alright, this girl loves this book so much, so I'm going to check it out. And I am so glad I did. This series, I flew through them. It took me like a week to read all 3 books, and my heart, like the emotional turmoil these books put you through. The All for the Game series focuses on Neil Jostin, who is like this orphan. He's a hobo. He doesn't live anywhere. He basically just sleeps in the locker room at school. He's at this Exie game. Exie is a made-up sport for this book. It's like a cross between ice hockey and lacrosse is what I gathered. Correct me if I'm wrong. We just finished playing this Exie game when this guy comes up to him and goes, hey, I want you to play for my college team. And Neil's like, oh, I don't know. I don't do this anymore. And he's like, yeah, you do. And then Neil has like, I don't want to like be popular because he's running from his past and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's good. You should read it. It's definitely, it's resonated with me, even though I don't do any of that. So if there is one book that you should pick up, it is The Foxhole Court because it is super duper. The next book I picked up because of the Booktonet is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. Now when I started reading, I never read contemporary. I always read fantasy. I don't know why. It's just all about that fantasy life. And then I started my Bookstagram and everyone like was raving about all these contemporaries and this book was coming out. And I'm like, okay, it looks alright. Actually, you know what? Who was Haley in Bookland was loving this book so much. And she was like the second YouTuber I ever watched. And I followed her recommendations like law. So I picked Unexpected Everything and I fell in love. So this book focuses on Andy, who has her whole summer sorted out. She's going to go do an internship and she's just going to get all the things done ready for college. Then something happens with her dad and her whole summer plans just get ripped from her and she's got nothing to do all summer and she's like freaking out. This is such an amazing read. I love it so much and I love her friend group and love interest. And if you ever want a summary read that involves dogs, definitely pick this book up because you're going to love it. It made me miss my high school days in that I don't do much. So yeah, pick up Unexpected. Now the next book I picked up because of the Booktonet was Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. Reading this, I loved it so much. And then after a while, I'm like, okay, I can see the problematic aspect that everyone is talking about. But another contemporary that I never thought I would have picked up, it was super cute. So if you're into super cute reads in France, like, get on this shit because it's cute. The book focuses on Anna and she gets sent to this boarding school in France and she sees this guy and he's like super cute and she falls in love with him like first glance. But she finds out that he has a girlfriend and the girlfriend's not very nice, but Anna just still wants to be his friend. And yeah, it's just basically about love, this book. So if you love love, read this book and you might enjoy it. This is one of better books that I picked up because of the internet. As I was looking at it, and lots of books I have read was because of the internet, but I didn't really like most of them. So this just came into my top 5. Akane by Lynette Noni. Oh my god, I'm so glad I picked this book up. So one of the first things I saw on Bookstagram was these like Australian authors book club. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like Read Oz YA, and the book of the month was Akane by Lynette Noni. And I'm like, yeah, this sounds alright. And then I saw her at Supernova, and I'm like, oh, your book's here, I'll just pick it up. Oh my god, I'm so glad that I joined that book club on Bookstagram, because I love this world, and there's one more book coming out. Akane is amazing. It is like Harry Potter mixed with X-Men. And if that doesn't make you want to read it straight away, I don't know what will. So Akane focuses on Alex. She's from the human world, and she finds this door and she falls into Medora, which is a whole fantasy world. She finds out she's at this like boarding school in Medora, which is called Akane. She basically just starts going to that school because they think she's one of them. And yeah, she's just trying to find her way back. But then they realize that she is part of the prophecy to save the world from Avon. If this doesn't sound appealing to you, then there's something wrong with you, because this book is so good and you should read it. And if you don't know what this last book is, then girl, I don't know where you've been. But The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Okay, I admit, I don't think I would have picked this book up. First of all, not a contemporary fan, but Emma Books had me convinced. So this book focuses on Star, who is the only witness to her best friend getting shot. The problem is, best friend was unarmed, and the person who shot him was a police officer. I think this book is brilliant. It's about the Black Lives Matter movement, and it's, what's the word? Like, it's like a beacon, and I just love this book so much. And I had to toss up between Akane or The Hate You Give for number 1 on this spot, and it went to The Hate You Give, which is like no surprises really. So those were the top 5 books that I read because of BookTube, Bookstagram, and Twitter, whatever. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more. Add me on Goodreads at Sash Reads, and on Bookstagram at Sash Reads as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye!